zu den IFA Keynotes. Bitte nehmen Sie nun Ihre Plätze ein und vergessen Sie nicht, Ihre Mobiltelefone auszuschalten. Vielen Dank für Ihr Verständnis und jetzt bitten wir Sie um Ihre Aufmerksamkeit.
Good afternoon and welcome to the last but not least of our 4 keynotes here at IFA 2017. We at IFA, we have been the partner of the future since 1924. I hope you have already had a sneak peek right behind you at IFA Next. And it's where you can see the edge of innovation. However, we at IFA also pride ourselves that this event is a reality check for our industry, both for consumer electronics and home appliances. Let's be honest, not everything that looks great on a PowerPoint presentation in Silicon Valley also works for consumers. Some ideas just don't cut it. Other ideas are good, but need time and better technology. Take artificial intelligence and voice recognition. Both have been talked about for decades, but only now are they truly ready for consumers. Voice recognition, artificial intelligence are coming together and will soon be our user interface to the digital world. Right now, everybody talks about a smartphone-first world. It's true, but it's also so 2017. I predict that just in a few years we will live in an AI-first world. In this world, the combination of mobility and artificial intelligence will give us an incredibly seamless technology experience. But in terms of computing power, AI requires some serious lifting. Until recently, this could be done only in the cloud, but it's too far away from where the action is. If you want to change the thermostat at home, you can wait a millisecond or two for the AI in the cloud to react. But when you sit in an autonomous car, this millisecond can be the difference between life and death. But, good news, technology is developing with exponential speed. AI is going global, local, is set to work offline. And it will be deeply personalized. One of the companies envisioning and creating this future is Huawei. Here in Europe, Huawei is truly welcome as one of the great technology brands leading this revolution. Some of you will have visited Huawei's headquarters in Shenzhen. I have been there myself, and I can tell you, the buzz, the energy are amazing, produced by more than 40,000 people in the headquarters alone. 40,000 people, that's about as many we have visitors here at IFA on any given day. They and all their colleagues have turned Huawei into an innovation powerhouse at the cutting edge of mobility and more, and made Huawei one of China's and one of the world's top brands. And so I'm really pleased to invite to the stage Richard Yu, the CEO of Huawei's Consumer Business Group. Richard, is your stage.
Thank you for a kind word about Huawei. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a so big pleasure to back to Berlin again. And I'm so happy that today we are living in an amazing technology and innovation world. Today I want to show you the Huawei, our efforts on AI, artificial intelligence. My topic is mobile AI. Let's look how can we bring ultimate intelligent experience with the new AI processor from Huawei. You know that the technology is growing, innovation is so fast, especially within the 10 years, it's a strong growth of smartphone. Today, everybody are taking smartphone. No matter today, now you are taking photo, you are using it for life, for work, for everything. You spend more and more time with the smartphone. but the smartphones, smart, but not enough. We need more intelligence. You know, you're talking about intelligence. That this photo, you know that everybody know that it's the evolution of human beings. The human beings always the source of intelligence. There are different kinds of intelligence. In this, we call it individual intelligence. For men, you have the perceive, the respond, the survive, the learning, the react to the environment. So it's every individuals, the human beings, they have this individual intelligence. But another kind of intelligence, we call it collective intelligence, also very important. Because people, they are living in a society, they are working together, they are living together, they are learning each other. So sometimes they're team working. I just give an example that is like a Formula One team. A team is working together, you can do more bigger things. By the team working and co-creation, they can do more. So we call this kind of intelligence is a collective intelligence. But you know that's the individual intelligence is always the most important and the best things. Without the individual intelligence, no collective intelligence. But for your everyday life, the individual intelligence, both the individual intelligence and the collective intelligence are very important for your daily life. But for today, for your smartphone, so you can see on the smartphones is the intelligent processing capability you can provide on device. And on the other hand, is the collective intelligence from the cloud. These two things combined together is the best combination for our mobile intelligent life. We need both. So in Huawei, we call it mobile AI, the combination of on-device AI and cloud AI. The individual intelligence and the cloud, the collective intelligence combined together. So we call it mobile AI. And today, I want to focus more on-device AI. Talking about the on-device AI, I think that we feel that we have 4 key challenges. The 4 key challenges, that's perception, cognition, security, and power. Let's look at the first challenge is perception. User perception, you know, every human beings, and every day you get the information, maybe roughly 85% of your information you get from your eyes. And another 15% maybe by your ears, your listening. Another 5% maybe from your touch, your smell, and you touch the word, you know the word. But you know, add to the smartphone, your eyes is camera. Today the camera is only take a photo, take a video. But more importantly, for the AI world, we hope this camera can understand the world. You know that we not only can see the picture, but more importantly, we understand the object. We have the depth information, but more importantly, we need a very fast understanding of the world. If we combine 2 boxes together, for a small kid, they can understand it's a 2 box, not instead of 1 box together. 2 box. But for a machine, you're learning that's 2 box. Understand that we need really the AI processing power to do that. And for the microphone, you know that's for human beings you have 2 ears, but for on smartphone the microphone today the performance is not so bad enough. And maybe we need like human beings that you can far away, and other people speaking something you can understand, you can listen and understand. But maybe on the smartphone we need a microphone array processing that, and also we can get rid of the background noise. In the noisy area, you can identify the important information, and also you can understand people can understand the people's emotion when they're speaking. But for the smartphone, if can let them, how can we let them understand the human being's emotion, whether it's joy, the anger. So the second challenge for this on-device AI is cognition. For people, for human beings, it's easy for you to know that where are you and who are you and what's your interest on and what are you doing. But for a smartphone, how can we let it know that what are you doing and who are you and what's your behavior, what's your hobby, and what you intend to do. So it's also quite challenging things to let the smartphone, the smart device, your thinking and know cognition is it's quite important. The third challenge is the security. You know that everybody have your personal, sensitive personal data, security data, like your fingerprint, your eyes, everything belong to your personal private data. And also some kind of data is generated by you. For example, your email, your message is sent out by you. That's your personal private data. So how can we protect this privacy? It's always the industry's key things. But as AI is coming, how we can see the on-device processing, AI processing, maybe compared with the cloud AI, you have more privacy protection because all the data processing locally on your smartphone, on your smart devices. The fourth challenge is power. You know today that the Google launched the TPU, the TensorFlow Processing Unit. The AlphaGo play the games. Everybody know that. But you know that we need the TPU and from Google they have a big rack and large power consumption and processing all this AI. They have deep learning and all this processing. But on the smartphone, it's a tiny smartphone. The battery is small, very limited. How can we processing this AI, especially processing to understand the object leveling, for example? It's really need a high power, processing power. But how can we make it low power consumption? That's the key. You know, human beings, your brain maybe is the most efficient machine. Because your brain is, you eat a little food, but you can think, you can work more at high efficiency compared with today's machine, today's CPU, GPU. So how can we make the AI processing on device, especially on device, more high efficiency? That's always the key challenges. You know, it's not like on smartphone today we have the stamp count. Just need a very low power consumption. Even the phone is sleeping, but you are working and need to count the stamp. That's the only. But you let your phone to processing the real object. For example, that's really need more power. So how can we make this AI have low power consumption with on device? That's really the big challenges. But we want to go forward to on-device AI to deliver real, ultimate intelligent experience. The on-device AI has three benefits at least. The fast, low latency, because the AI processing is on-device is faster, low latency. And another thing we want to achieve is low power consumption. Even without the network connection, it still can work. Low power consumption. And more importantly, the AI processing locally is more secure. You can have more privacy protection for you. So our solution today, I bring to you, is Huawei Kirin 970. It's the world's first smartphone SoC chip. And it's with the first in the industry which have NPU inside. What's NPU? We call it Neural Network Processor. It's very, very small, very tiny, right? But can you imagine how many transistors on it? Can you guess? 5.5 billion transistors in so tiny chips. The Kirin 970. It has all the processing power inside, and also it has all the latest modem inside. It's SoC. You call it system on chip. Inside this Kirin 970, we are using the industry the leading 10 nanometer processing technologies, and also it's this one is we have octa-core CPU, 12-core GPU, the latest GPU, and also we have dual ISP, the imaging signal processor, and also inside we also have DSP, the digital signal processor inside, and also have coprocessor inside, and also we have the dual 4.5G, the latest, the modern technology inside. But more importantly, this chip have in the world, we are the first one in the world which have AI processor inside, the NPU inside. In Huawei we call it NPU, the Neural Network Processing Unit. Everybody knows the CPU, GPU, DSP, ISP, the coprocessor, but today the NPU added in the processing of processor. We have 10 years experience in this industry to do the chips. And I remember that 10 years ago, and we are doing the AP, application processor. They have CPU and GPU inside, and later we have we have the DSP and all the other things together. But today, we also have the latest modem inside, and more importantly, that we are all using the more complicated technologies. The last year, we launched the Huawei Kirin 960 on Huawei Mate 9 flagship smartphone. That's 4 billion transistors inside, and we have about 600 megabit super fast speed, the 4G, 4.5G connection. But today, we doubled that speed to 1.2 gigabit per second, and also have more complicated technologies inside. So we're proud of on this Kirin 970, and we are using 10 nanometer, the leading TSMC 10 nanometer chipset processing technologies. This can achieve 20% the power consumption reduction. If the same processing capability, it can achieve 40% smaller size. But we don't let this size smaller. We even make the size bigger, because we want to achieve higher processing power. And today I want to show you this really the AI performance of Huawei NPU. The performance compare, if you see the GPU compared with the CPU, typically the GPU we call it the graphic processing unit. Compared with CPU, we can have four times the performance enhancement. But NPU, we have 25 times performance enhancement. That's huge. But more importantly, we have 50 times the energy efficiency improvement. That's a lot. Here I show you a photo of real object processing. If you're using the CPU to process that, it's slow, ultra slow. We are using CPU plus GPU processing that a little bit faster. But with NPU, we can make real-time processing, almost real-time processing. You can see the speed, the difference. Really ultra fast, real-time processing with NPU inside. So the Huawei high performance, high density NPU, we can achieve 25 times performance enhancement. And that is the processing, you only need half of the CPU size if we achieve 25 times performance enhancement, the AI processing. So it's really high efficiency. compared with CPU and GPU for AI processing. I give another benchmark example. That's for the 1,000 photo imaging recognition. It's only taken roughly 0.3 watt. So it's really high performance, high efficiency, low power consumption. You can see that. And also, I give another benchmark. Is if you're using your smartphone to processing 2,000 imaging the recognition, for the NPU, we only 1 minute we can process. We can do that. But the iPhone 7 in 1 minute only can process 487. But compared with other, they're still fast. But compared with our NPU, we can achieve 5 times faster than competition. Here I show you choosing another. I just give, because time limit, I only give you 200 photo recognition. You can see that's the processor to do that. How fast our NPU we can achieve. Please guess. Let's start. You can see that in 6 seconds we finish, but the CPU is not finished yet. We should wait, and wait. But we don't have enough time to wait, so I stop that. Let's look how long it takes. 120 seconds. So our NPU 20 times faster than CPU. Really, really high percent power. Here is our open AI ecosystem architecture. You can see that our Kirin AI heterogeneous resource management, and we give the heterogeneous management the architecture, and we support the CPU, the GPU, the DSP, the digital signal processor, and NPU, all these things together. And above that, we support the Android NN, the layer, and also the Kirin AI API. And above that, you can see that we can support the TensorFlow and the TensorFlow Lite. That's from Google. And I heard that TensorFlow Lite this year, before the end of this year, they have a new version. And the Facebook, Coffee and Coffee 2. And we can support different apps which is using fully. We can have in future more and more apps can fully use this NPU power, this AI processing power with this open architecture. And we support third-party apps. So you hope that more apps can be empowered by this AI computing platform. Here I just show you one of the examples. That's AI can do. And real-time on-device AI, I give one example. This is one of the apps we can use. We call it the master painter. We're using the camera to real-time to see the see the world, but also real-time to do the painting. Real-time to do the painting as a master painter. With the AI computing, with the camera, the algorithm image processing, and also with the UI rendering, all this the AI high-feed AI processor inside, we can really achieve the real-time on-device AI processing. It's difficult for you to do that with your CPU, with your GPU, but with NPU we can do that with this AI processing, AI computing. But with AI processor, this NPU processor, and we can do more and more innovations, like the real-time computer vision, like your low-power AR, like in future your translation, real-time translation, a lot of things happen. And deep learning and all these kind of things. So we give more possibility for the apps, for the app developer to do more AI apps, to do more big innovations. with on-device AI, with this NPU support. And for Huawei, we bring you open mobile AI platform. We develop the website for support, and we also can giving developer the Kirin AI development kit, also with the developer board, and also the two chains, everything, and also the app marketing. We also support all this AI application downloading feature. And this chipset with this 10 nanometer processing technologies, even the same CPU, A73 and A53, but it can have 20% energy efficiency improvement. That can help the phone have lower power consumption. And also we're proud of on the Kirin 970 this chipset. We are the first in this market, first vendor which can bring the Mali G72 12-core GPU to commercialize on these chips. The performance 20% improvement, but more importantly, the efficiency have over 50% improvement. You know that when today everybody are using smartphone to take a photo, sometimes you miss the moment. The camera is working not fast enough. Sometimes you're out of focus, and sometimes you even take a blurred photo. So how can we solve these issues? So we inside this Kirin 970 we're proud of. We have the new generation advanced dual ISP, dual imaging signal processor. It can help you to achieve fast response, faster focus, and help you to take motion shooting, and especially with the improved algorithm. It can support a dual camera, tri-camera, and even more. And with the improved noise reduction, we can help you to achieve a low light continuing photo that can be much better. I want to show you some photo taken by this chipset technologies. You can see that when this girl is fast moving, but you know that with this so fast speed, so the phone, the ISP, quickly understand it's a fast moving. Then it can take this clear photo very fast. So in the low light condition, with the improved algorithm and the noise reduction and our ISP, and we can help you to take the photo more clarity and more color. You know that today the camera is only take photo, take video, but you don't understand the word. But with AI, the processor that is NPU inside, you can understand. You can understand the word. So I show you some benefits with its AI processor inside. For example, when you're taking a evening, you take shooting, and your AI processor inside, you can understand, oh, it's a evening scenario. This will automatically adjust this in the evening mode. And when you're taking flower, you're taking photo of pets, you can understand. The phone understand. The phone thinks. You can understand what's the scenario, and it can always help you to take the best photo, automatically. So with this real-time object and scene recognition, without the NPU inside, you cannot do that. But you know today that the smartphone, every smartphone is connected with a network, mobile network. Today, the 4G and 4.5G, they need more frequent band. The more and more 4G frequent band. It's really complicated. So that's, and also consumer need a more higher throughput, higher speed, lower latency, and also even need unlimited data package. That makes it quite challenging for the carriers, for the operators. So how can we solve these issues? Huawei, we bring the new technology, the advanced 4.5G LTE technology in this Kirin 970. We bring 4x4, 4 antenna, 4x4 MIMO inside this chip. And also we can support 5 CCA, no-map FDD mode or TDD mode, 5 CC carrier aggregation. We can bundling more resource, frequency resource, which can help you support more higher throughput, high speed. And also we support the new modulation technology, the 256 quantum, which can enhance the bandwidth throughput, more high speeds. But if we combine these three things together, we're proud of Huawei Kirin 970. We are the first in the world which can support 1.2 gigabit per second super fast speed, 4.5G LTE network connection. This is the fastest mobile modem in the world, 1.2 gigabits per second. They're really amazing, super fast. We support Cat 18. Today the Snapdragon, the Qualcomm latest flagship chipset, Snapdragon 835, they only support Cat 16. But we support Cat 18, the fast, super fast. And also, you know that our chips we support dual SIM card. 2 years ago, on the second SIM card we support 2G. But 1 year ago, on the second SIM card we support 3G also. But start from this year, on the Kirin 970, we support the second SIM card. We also can support 4G. We can support dual 4G, dual 4.5G network connection. That's really can bring more convenience for you. You can plug in, you can insert 2 SIM cards. Both can working on 4G and 4.5G simultaneously. And both can support voice over LTE network. And while you're making a phone call, and you can connect it to a mobile network. Without a Wi-Fi connection, you still can connect it to the network, connect with a data connection. So that's really can bring more convenience to you. You know, today many people they take a high-speed transportation, like a fast driving in a fast driving car, like in a super fast railway. But for example, in the high-speed motion, so always meets the challenge of with the fast speed, and also with it's always you meet the problem of weak signal. And also, for example, when you take a super fast highway and also on a high-speed train, sometimes you cross the tunnel, sometimes you're in the mountain area, in the downtown mountain area. So you always make the condition of our low signal, weak signal, and slow speed, sometimes lost connection. But how can we improve this experience? And our engineer do a lot of work. Here is a ticket, our high-speed railway field test. Our engineer, the ticket. we take more than 400,000 kilometers. Super high-speed railway real field test to solving the fast speed issue. And we're proud of, no matter for China high-speed railway, you know that in China today the Unit 10 years they build the super high-speed railway nationally in China. And in Germany I have high-speed ICE, and especially Japan and Shinkansen. But all this high-speed motion, high-speed transportation, we can give you more stable network connection, less call drop, more fast speed, more fast network handle, and between the cells. So and also the cell search, everything. So we're proud of. We have the most advanced modem technology, even in this tough situation, tough conditions. So ladies and gentlemen, today the Kirin 970 We have the leading 4.5G modem technologies. And I'm proud of, we have the most powerful and high efficient processor inside. And more importantly, it's a complete on-device AI solution. Ladies and gentlemen, Huawei Kirin 970. We are the world's first smartphone AI computing platform with a dedicated NPU inside. It has the 10 nanometer leading technologies, the octa-core CPU, 12-core GPU, and also with a dual ISP processor, DSP, new generation DSP inside, co-processor inside, and also the most advanced and leading 4.5G modem technology inside. But more importantly, is we have NPU inside, the AI processor inside. That's the most powerful things. I have video to show you how our AI processor works in the Kirin 970. Thank you.
I am an AI you've never seen before. I'm not in the cloud. I'm always here for you, in real time. That's what makes me special. Just like your brain, I think and empower you in life, using my knowledge in a flash. Maybe you are curious about where I am. I am in a smartphone, just 1/100th of the size of a cloud server. With the power of unique Kirin AI computing architecture, I can process massive amounts of information in real time under privacy. I transform your smartphone into an intelligent phone, and I'm ready to learn even more. I am AI, the new brain in your mobile. Kirin 970, the world's first mobile AI computing platform with dedicated NPU.
And we welcome you to join us in Munich on October 16th. Let's see how this Kirin 970 is AI processor, the most powerful chipset working on Huawei Mate 10 series smartphone. Mate 10 series smartphone will have two products, Mate 10 and Mate 10 Pro. It's also Huawei the first full display flagship smartphone. Let's look how this AI processor working on Huawei flagship smartphone. How we can bring AI ultimate AI experience to you. Thank you.